Hi, this video is the testimonial video, and Brian gonna share his hair loss journey and how hair transplant has affected his life and all stuff. But before that, I'm gonna show the audience what Brian looked like, so get a perspective where he started with. Again, when you lose your hair, you lose the framing of your face, and you tend to you lose your look and you look older. And this is him a year later. It's night and day. Very young and handsome guy. So I'm gonna turn back to Brian here. So Brian, why don't you start from the beginning? How hair loss affected you? How you found my clinic, and what made you decide on my office as well? Okay.
Well, I lost my hair fairly slowly over the course of about 20 years. And I really wish I had done something earlier when I had more hair to work with. But at least I caught it at the last second and got a hair transplant when it really meant the most. I lost confidence, as I think many men do. I felt that I looked older. At that time, my hair was a lot more gray than you see now. And the reason is that my hair was naturally graying, but in the back, my hair was darker. So the transplanted hair is actually a lot darker than my natural hair, which actually helped a lot because it was almost like a natural hair dyeing process. My hair became darker, and darker, less gray hair also makes you look younger. So not only did the increased hair density help a lot, but the color changed in a way that was very beneficial. But yeah, I had lost a lot of confidence. I really felt like, people would see me and think this is an old, balding guy, not interesting. And I wanted to change that. I wanted to do whatever I could to regain my confidence and to be able to approach situations feeling like people would look at me and admire me instead of look at me and see just an old graying guy, balding guy.
So when did the hair, I know growth rate vary from one individual for another, but specifically in your case, when did the hair come back for you?
So I feel that I was rather lucky. I've read a lot about how there can be a hair loss phase immediately after the transplant because the new hairs have to go through a cycle of loss and then regrowth. But for some reason, for me, I never had that loss phase.
Oh, that's awesome.
After the hair was placed in, it was these little tiny buds of hair, and within a month they were growing, and within 2 months they were getting coverage, and maybe 3 to 4 months I had full coverage. It was as if I just had hair that was growing naturally, and there was no loss phase for me, which was really amazing. I had my hair transplant in September, and I would say that by end of December, it was already looking, really full and good. Yeah, and after that it was only better and better. So I've read a lot of people that said, oh, you have to wait 8 months to a year before you really see what your hair is going to look like. But after about 4 months, I was already there. So I was very lucky in that regard.
So you're the 5%, I'll be honest, because on average, around 6 months or 8 months you see something, and then a year for full growth. But there's a rare occasion like Brian where they just take off growing and they don't do the shedding phase. But that, which is great, But
I often wondered if it wasn't, I have to say, because of the skill with which the hairs were placed, because they were placed so precisely and so, at such a good angle and all at the right density,
tightly,
that I wondered if they just survived better, if they didn't even get a shock at all. They just went straight from one place to another. And I don't know if that's what caused it, but I know that I had a really great experience. It really didn't take long before the hairs were growing.
Do you remember, did we do the A cell for you too?
Yes, we did that.
Yeah, because A cell accelerate the healing, and it can accelerate the hair regrowth. Now, but that doesn't mean it'll work for everybody. Sure. Yeah, but for yours, that's great.
Yeah.
How's hair and your new look affect your life now?
Well, I mean,
tell me the happy story.
I gained enough confidence that I actually approached a woman that I probably never would have approached before, and I asked her out, and we ended up becoming boyfriend and girlfriend, and now we're going to be married soon, and we also have a baby on the way. So that really changed my life. I went from someone who really thought that. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I went from someone who really thought that I would have a hard time finding the right person for me, partially because of my lack of confidence in my looks, to someone who found, a woman that exceeded my every expectation. And I don't know how much of it has to do with the fact that I had a new head of hair, but I really think that the extra confidence helped. And I'm not sure that I ever would have really asked her out if I still felt like the same person I felt like before my hair transplant. Back then, I just didn't feel like a person that, I felt like I wasn't really attractive enough to, that anyone would even want to go out with me. And so once I felt a little better about myself, it just enabled me to take that chance of asking someone out that I wouldn't otherwise have asked. And, well, it worked out really, really well. And my life changed tremendously. because of that. Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
And you know, hair can make a positive effect on people's life. When we talk about improving not just the look, but improving the self-confidence. And you know, and here is just a perfect example of Brian's life here, and I love this kind of story because it's a very touching story because you know he himself already good looking, but the fact that with hair that frame the face better and really enhance his handsome look, it really internally bring out his confidence. And
That's actually true. I mean,
Yeah.
I would say that's true for me.
Yeah.
There was a big difference for me. It's a silly thing, hair. It's just hair, and yet
Yeah.
it can have a really big impact on how you see yourself. And how
Yeah.
you see yourself helps you to feel confident that other people will see you as well, as you think they.
Yeah, and it's important, and hair's part important in your life, and get it done right and look natural is important, because you don't want to go cheap and go to Turkey or outside the country, and no doctor
Yeah,
performing.
I know that
about-
those options are available,
Uh-huh.
but I don't feel comfortable
Uh-huh.
going to a place where I know that I have no support. If I leave and I have a problem 3 months later or something I need to discuss, I'll be halfway across the world already.
Yeah,
Whereas here, I happen to live only about a 15-minute drive away, so I felt
it's
like
amazing.
it was a good place to come to because I knew that I was close to the doctor should I ever need anything.
Good.
Yeah.
And did you see my my work online before too, like the photo?
To be honest with
or
you,
YouTube?
I did not do as much research as most people. I
Okay.
simply took the advice of another. I don't think he's a hair surgeon, but he's a hair specialist.
Uh-huh.
And I went and saw him because I found him in Yelp, and
Uh-huh.
he recommended you. He said
Oh,
there's
great.
2 doctors. I can't even remember who the other one was. He
Uh-huh.
said there's 2 doctors in this area you should go to. One of them is I can't remember the name. The other one is Dr. Diep.
Uh-huh.
He said one of those 2, and I said okay. For some reason I picked Dr. Diep to call
Uh-huh.
first, and I'm glad I did. And that was all the research I did. I simply took his word for it. I didn't, and I hate to have to say this, I didn't go online and try to find tutorials or or testimonials or anything.
Uh-huh,
I just.
But you are on the other side now, and then your testimonial will
Yeah.
help other guys too
Yeah.
who do the research
Yeah.
and to understand what hair transplant journey look like and how positive it can affect your life.
Yeah, I do
for
feel
the
like
better. Uh-huh.
the hairline I got is nearly ideal, if not ideal.
Mhm.
As I mentioned to Dr. Diep, I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change a single thing about how my hairline was created. It is as good as it could possibly be. And
Great.
yeah, I'm very, very happy with it.
Thank you. And hopefully the viewer get a glimpse of what Brian's journey looked like and help encourage you to take a step forward to do a hair transplant. It's a very safe surgery as long as you get it done by board certified surgeon with American Board Hair Restoration Surgery. And that will go a long way. You don't want to go to a place where only 100% operated by technician. That could be dangerous and the result tend not to be good. And it will cost you more in the long run because now you're going to pay me to fix it. So this is another successful story. Thank you, Brian.
You're welcome.